Were you there from the beginning? Did you used to play Street Fighter a long time ago, or is this
Street
no
Fighter
more?
2, but I don't think anyone ever played Street Fighter 1. Street Fighter
Mm.
1's terrible because I did a stream. I'm not sure you watched that with Street Fighter 1 to current one. I did Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, and Street Fighter Turbo, 2 Turbo, then Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, then Street Fighter 3 for the free ones, then Street Fighter 4, then Street Fighter 5 and 6 with Ryu. And yeah, that was because Ryu's the only one you can play in Street Fighter 1. You actually don't have any options. What did my thing just go dark? Why was it dark? Oh, this is
Technical
the background,
difficulties.
isn't
Please stand
it?
by. This is what happens
Yeah,
when you have
progress,
new technology. It's so good.
and now he become Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're so
let's get
clear.
back
It's
to
you're just in silhouette, but that's okay. It was worth a shot.
Yep.
so just disable and go back to normal camera then.
You might as well
Yeah, don't worry.
save stress. Oh, good. We all been through this.
We'll work it out next time, yeah. We'll work it
Yeah.
out next time. Yeah.
There we
yeah,
go.
we'll get yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Street Fighter 1 to 5 was Street Fighter 1 was very hard. Doing Hadouken was a technical nightmare. Like I said, you want to watch the stream again, but I said I like it is the version I play had save state where you just turn save spots to even beat Sagat. Sagat was the last boss in the first one. And number 4, it's the first one a long time ago, but did not play number 1. The first Street Fighter was interesting because it was the first version. You know that Chun-Li couldn't even fire a fireball in that one?
Did not know that.
Yeah, it was the second version that allowed her to do it because she was actually pretty weak, but she was fast. But she couldn't do the Hadouken, so that was a balancing thing to add that in.
So
Not to mention I played Turbo because that's when Akuma first showed up. Does anyone know who Akuma is?
he's the monster dude with the red hair.
Well, he's not a monster, but yeah.
Because sorry. I mean, is he a mutant? I'm not sure what his story is.
He's a person who has that something I cannot pronounce the word, but it's called the inner desire to kill because you just love fighting so much. And then basically overwhelming, you end up like that. Yes, basically.
I see.
So he's still technically human, but then he has hidden powers from unleashing that energy. And Ryu has a bit of it. That's why he can become evil. Ryu does that.
I was hearing about that.
Yeah, that's in Alpha series. He only plays evil Ryu in Alpha and number 4, but number 4 has a different lore and what unleashed that one. But that's Ryu if he actually became like a Kuma, basically.
So is he cured now? Or is that still like a thing in Street Fighter 6? Dark Ryu.
Oh no, well it's not in that. Yeah, in Street Fighter 5 it was actually called Cage when it was his demon released from him, trying to argue with him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But in number 5 though, he's actually more pure because in number 4, Ryu's master, because in the original lore, his master got killed by this Akuma's Sadaha thing, Rage of the Wrath of the Raging Demon. But they retconned that he actually was in a coma because he had the power of nothingness, which wouldn't affect him, but using that power would put him in a coma, the power of nothingness in number 4. Also, Street Fighter 4 is set before 3, because 3 was set in the future. And number 6 is the first Street Fighter that's set after 3. So no one knows how old Chun-Li is in the game. Everyone else has ages, but Chun-Li's age is question mark. Don't ask.
Question mark.
But it's kind of clear based on the fact that Ken's kid is now was around 8 in Street Fighter 3. So at most 9 years has passed, a minimum. So since Street Fighter 2. So technology really advanced quickly in this game series.
Now these days, Street Fighter now joining. Now we have Marvel versus Capcom, and then including joining the on Smash Brothers.
Yes, right, using Smash Bros. And Marvel vs. Capcom, but number 3 is the one everyone likes, Ultimate. No one likes the Infinite one because there was some licensing issues.
Yeah, I think it's because of Disney by Marvel.
No, it's for Fox issues. It was Fox back then. It was the Fox Marvel characters that weren't available in Infinite. That's why Deadpool wasn't in it on Wolverine. It had issues because Fox still owned the rights and they wouldn't want to give it to them. So that was actually Fox's fault at that point in time. The Disney ones were the ones that you were actually allowed to use.
Yeah, you're right about it.
Yeah, do you just hate? Are you just okay? Look, you can be anti-Disney, but you have to be accurate when you're anti-Disney factually, right? Otherwise, you look just bad, Andrew. Like, there's some issues I have with Disney, but I said you have to be the ones that correct on what they actually do. And the
Well,
thing is,
initially Disney, because Disney is getting better. Like a while ago, Disney getting better, but now these days, after COVID, what happened? It's
okay,
like
seriously, you're just being negative. So, look, there's
this,
legit stuff you should be negative about, but you're being pretty vague because basically, let's see, after Disney, like Disney Plus shows, Miss Captain Marvel was really good. What do you have to do a lot of stuff during the pandemic stuff here? They released a lot of stuff for Disney Plus. Whether you like it or not, they were actually high quality content as a budget at the very least. Did you actually watch anything on Disney Plus?
well, initially I watched the American Born Chinese, which means it was pretty good.
And that was just
And
literally 3 weeks ago. Like that came out like last month. So I
and
feel
I
like
watched Avatar: The Way of Water,
yeah.
which means, believe it or not, to say when I watched that second one, when I watched the first one, I feel boring because I can't handle this big fat compute CGI. I can't handle it.
The
But
second
then
one probably had more CGI though.
yeah, but then
That's more James Cameron, and I was already in development for Fox ages ago. So you can't really give Disney credit pro minus really for that, unless Disney
yeah,
really interfered the last second. And in terms of like, you can't really blame Disney if Disney actually actively interfere with stuff. With Marvel and Star Wars, from what I see, they did minimal interference. They interfered when basically there was a conflict of interest between the two people involved. Like with Civil War, Kevin Feige had an argument with some other TV guys. They chose Kevin Feige, and that was actually the right choice for Civil War. For Star Wars, they gave Kathleen Kennedy free reign. So you can't actually blame Disney because of that, unless you think they should have intervened.
I mean, well, Universal. Look at Universal. Universal is getting improving a better one now.
You are
And
terrible at arguing, Andrew. Like I feel like you when I even talk, we were just talking about the issues here. Like I said, there's always going to be a studio that has a bad film. Doesn't mean that it destroys everything. It's like the people kept saying Nintendo was going to die after GameCube and Wii U. They said, oh no, the Wii U is going to be destroyed because the Wii U sold only 15 million. Nintendo's dead now. Then the Switch comes out and it bang sells more.
they saved it because they listened because they listened to fans that really wanted.
No,
Nintendo listened to it and then did it.
Nintendo never listened to fans. However, Wind Waker is no one asked for Soul Shaded for that one. Metro Prime didn't
That was a
ask
while
for
ago.
First Person Adventure.
That was a long time
And
ago.
no one asked for a Switch that had no thing. People kept telling Nintendo, you should make a PS5 graphic console. That's what the fans said. They never said, let's make a handheld hybrid. When did they ever said that? The fans, yeah.
Don't mention PS5. The look like a Wii U looking like.
I said, look, I know fans look and say, look, you should listen to the fans, like studios generally listen to fans a bit if it actually makes sense. But when it doesn't make sense, it is a fair. When it listens to them, when it doesn't make sense, it fails. Look like that, like the episode of Smallville where the fans read an episode called Pete Ross Returned. That was one of the worst episodes ever. Or when someone listens to Deus Ex to be ported from other consoles, that was the worst selling version. So, vocal minority, it just doesn't mean they're actually the majority. Wait, are we recording? Where's the recording?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Recording. We've been talking about that one.
Yes, but anyway, and saying like Disney does have some legit stuff, but you have to be accurate. If you criticize stuff that inaccurate, you end up looking like just a hater for the sake of hating them.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Like I
right
said,
about
like the Ant-Man 3 was the one where I felt yes, it was issues with it, but it's not like Doom yet. Because I said it was shot during COVID, and there was probably a lot of issues making it, and it relied too much on the villain and CGI as a result. But I feel like this is the end of Marvel yet. I said Black Panther 2 was good enough, and Guardians of the
yeah,
Galaxy 3
pretty
was really
good,
good,
pretty good.
8 out
Yeah.
of 10. So I feel like we can't say Disney is dead yet. Now, I haven't watched The Little Mermaid, but apparently people, well, actually, box office, ironically, the box office is doing well, but people actually the reviews are actually higher than usual. I haven't watched it yet to make a comment because I didn't care about The Little Mermaid in general.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of live action Disney. It was way back when I watched Jungle Book. I enjoyed it, but then
Actually, they actually
it
did live
died.
action before that. The 101 Dimensions is probably the first remake.
I watched
101 Dimensions, the dogs. That came out before the Jungle Book. It wasn't as popular, but no one remembers that. Do you remember the 101 Dimensions?
The live action, yes, but I prefer the animated one. Glenn
yeah,
Close was a good actress, so
Yeah, she was a really good
Cruella.
Cruella. And they actually did a prequel remake, which is actually decent. Cruella is actually decent. It's not even really a remake. It's actually a reboot prequel. It's actually just a reimagining of her. So Emma Stone does a really good job as that, though.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good.
Cronulla is you want to watch it because it's not canon at all, so you don't have to worry about it ruining your childhood.
Well, I watched Cruella. Cruella, it's pretty good. It's like a crime movie. I will believe it. I like crime movie, but this
No,
one's
it's more about the Devil Wears Prada. Everyone agrees it's a version of that with a heist element in it.
all right then.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
But yeah, look, I said, look, the actual legit issues is with Disney. I find it's like they didn't pay the Star Wars author royalties, and some people they sack was at, and not to mention, well, before the old OCO, he was like trying to be political neutral, but then yeah, there was some issues with that. They have too much power, but ironically, they annoyed Ron DeSantis because they don't say gay bill. But yeah, there are other issues. But I said, like, not to mention, remember the Disney period when we were doing Disney sequels? I prefer the remakes compared to Disney sequels any day.
Or debatable on that one. I don't know.
Okay, one, they were lower budget. Okay, Aladdin, Return of Jafar. Look, you look at that, like, it looks terrible to look at.
Oh no, oh god, Aladdin live action.
And the Fox and the Hound too. This when the sequel slash prequel where they actually make a band. Like, wait, what does that come in at all? And Mulan 2, well, I'm not sure it actually was in the Mulan remake. I haven't watched that yet to comment, but yeah.
You mean live action? You didn't see the Mulan live action?
No, everyone was telling me how bad it is, and plus some people told me to boycott it because of the actress political stuff. So I didn't really care enough to either way, but yeah.
Me, Teresa, and Maria Tran and other friend, we watched Mulan, and believe it or not, they messed it up there. Yeah, they kind of messed up and changing. Even when after the snow fighting, they reveals herself like I'm a woman and say, I want to kill yourself. I was like, what the what? What? You killing yourself? You have power. Why are you killing yourself? Doesn't make sense.
Okay, the only good Disney sequel I like was Cinderella 3, by the way. Anyone watch Cinderella 3?
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen.
Which one?
Cinderella 3, the Disney sequel. That was a good one. That was the last one as well. And that was when the UCO took over around the time that period. He actually took around Aladdin 3 because he actually apologized to Robin Williams, the UCO, because the previous CEO screwed Robin Williams over.
Which one?
Robin Williams. I forgot the name of it, but he ended up working on Shrek, the old CEO, because I found from Lindsay Ellis. But basically, Robin Williams said that, he didn't want the genie to be marketed for commercial reasons unless it's educational purposes. But the CEO made a loophole in the contract to use the genie as a marketing thing for toys and stuff. Well, so the UCO apologize and then actually, we did the deal that it'll only be used for educational purposes. That's why you won't see the genie and too much ads for that because it was a popular thing. But yeah, and yeah, Cinderella free. Like going to the premise of it.
Sort of. It's a time thing.
What twisted time?
Yes, basically the evil stepmother gets the fairy godmother wand, uses it to go back in time and change everything that the evil step sister gets the slipper to fit in, and changes the princess's memories.
Yeah.
So it becomes a stealth game, but the reason why it works so well is that the step sister gets character development because she gets what she wants, but she still feels empty. And she actually helps save Cinderella in the end. And it's like, wow. And not to mention, Cinderella is actually not a damsel in distress. She actually is more active in this one. And it's actually just dark and some stuff there. I just love it though. It's just really well done. I actually like it more than the original Cinderella.
Does it still have songs or not really?
It has one or two songs. I just don't. The beginning is a terrible song though. You have to ignore it. It's about how they love each other because of the shoe thing. I think it's going for irony, but yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Disney's, I don't know if it's going to be bad or not, but you don't know for sure. But I think, have you watched Bob movies? He made a video about the internet is stupid. They don't know anything about the financial stuff, about the future. I mean, come on. When have they ever been right when they make a lot of predictions about a company dying? So they said in Nintendo 1, Sega, what else before the internet? Sega already died before that. But yeah, a lot of people
already died. It's like
well, not as a company, but only because someone invested in them to stop them from dying completely. Let's see. People thought Capcom was going to die after Resident Evil 6. That didn't happen. Like there was a lot. Yeah, they were in trouble though. Capcom was actually in trouble after that, but now they're stronger than ever with Monster Hunter and Street Fighter 6. And everyone's like Konami was going to die.
Don't forget EA, because EA is the worst company. EA.
I say people say it used to be. People argue that Activision's now worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if you do, because all the microtransactions in Call of Duty, and they keep making too many Call of Duties, and it did actually destroy Guitar Hero. What it did to Guitar Hero. And they also killed Tony Hawk. They did too much Tony Hawk games that people will like up to number 4, really, but then they keep making spin-offs that didn't do so well.
You mean Tony Hawk? I think Tony Hawk 5. I think Tony Hawk. When I played on PS4 on Tony Hawk 5,
it was terrible. Apparently,
yeah, it's terrible. Even control, it's the glitch in the control are very bad.
Yeah, well, EA had Skate, which actually got better reviews. Apparently, I never played it, but yeah. I say EA goes up and down, like The Sims. Like I can't believe they made Sims 4 so many expansion packs and that. But I said right now EA is doing critically better by fans because the Mass Effect HD collection was decent, Jedi Survivor, and then make the Dragon Age. So we don't know how it'll go, but I said the internet cannot predict when a company is going to die. And it works well. The next one, people are going to predict that Netflix is going to die because of the password sharing. I don't say they'll die, but I don't think they'll do that well either.
Nothing wrong with password. Nothing wrong to shutting down password. Nothing wrong. In fact, it just they scared them on my, they get to the hacking or something. You know that. That's
no. The problem with this is the thing is who actually realistically has 4 devices to watch at once, and you have to watch by that account to watch it in the right HD 4K thing. There's no option to do just one screen and 4K HD. So a lot of people just split the cost that way, so it feels like you're buying for one account. So it just feels like that. But now they got rid of that, so now a lot of people just. But yeah, I don't know. From what I read from the reports, there they actually made more money than they lost from cancellations. But I think it'll be short term anyway because there's a lot of issues with Netflix because it's the most expensive streaming service. And I'd rather just buy something cheaper. Like, yeah.
Speaking Netflix, probably I already talked about the the one thing the most losing it on Netflix described is from the movie Cutie. That's That's the thing. The most the lost subscriber because that movie Cutie and the trailer.
Oh, well, Netflix is another example about how they live action. Like it's okay. Let's see. Compare live action to Disney remakes compared to Netflix, like Cowboy Bebop. I think that's probably worse than most of the Disney stuff, right? From what I read.
It didn't do so well.
Yes. The Death Note one I actually find okay, but a lot of people hate that even more than the Disney Plus remakes. Let's see. Have they done any live action ones even somewhat decently for Netflix? Okay, what's the asterisk thing? You watched that. Was that actually decent? The asterisk thing you saw.
All right. Will we come back? Or we'll talk about because it's 4 minutes. We'll come back. Have you read the book? Have you read the comic book?
No, I played the game on Sega. That's about it.
All right then. So believe it or not, I'm a huge fan of Atrick and Oblique. So believe it or not, this is pretty good. I'm a huge fan of it. It's like Mario. I'm a huge fan of it. Now I remember I watched a cartoon. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. But live action, or the first time I watched live action will be the Asterix and Oblique Cleopatra. And believe it, I did enjoy that. I did enjoy this one. I did enjoy it. Now let's talk about the Asterix and Oblique, the Middle Kingdom. It was disappointing.
How's that?
Usually they say there's a lot of bull crap in this scene. First off, number one, okay, this is French movie. That has English dub, but I changed to French, the original French one. And my problem in the movie is why Chinese people speaking French? Should they be speaking Mandarin and Cantonese? That's the problem in the movie is.
That is the most. Okay, this is. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that if people will speak the same language, they don't speak the same language, how they understand each other in the movies. So people in French, like, they can slightly understand Chinese.
Yeah, but this is French. It's French movie, but you should like speaking. Look, in American born Chinese, they speak English, but sometimes they speak Mandarin, and it worked. Even like a flashback, the 70s style, they speak Mandarin all the time, and it
That's
worked.
because the people and the characters actually understood each other, so it works that way. But in Asterix, why would one know French and Chinese? Unless they actually were or everyone's bilingual.
But in Asian, but they went to Chinese. They went to all the people Chinese. They're speaking French. Can you?
Yes, they're probably doing that to be more consistent. But you want to talk about realisticness, you're not gonna get anywhere because there's a lot of times when how do many people know Russian or English to that as well?
It's just so odd. It's like
you should need to argue about execution and stuff here. Because I feel right now arguing about realisticness is always the most thing that's just being nitpicking. That's like saying, how can the Flash turn back time around the Earth? It doesn't really make sense for it to work that way. Or what when Superman did it in Christopher Reeve's one. That made even less sense. How he turned the Earth back to go back in time.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but
that's Superman. That's Superman. And
okay, and they're French people, Chinese people that spoke French. Jeez, you can just say they just spoke French because they want to communicate that way. It's not.
Easily.
You want to criticize the plot or the acting? Please don't talk about.
No, it's just a thing is, and secondly, my problem is second is one. So they played the Julie Sealer want to taking over the Chinese in ancient one, which means when I'm thinking about this, that's a lot of bull crap. Taking over already. It's like, why did that's bull crap. That's a lot of bull crap scene. All this Roman taking over the China, and it's like that's a lot of bull crap.
That was the subplot.
Huh?
I mean,
Yeah,
is it because you don't think that that would have happened?
it's not happening. It's like if you probably didn't know Chinese history. So usually though in the leader, so usually though I don't know what the name is, and they taking over. They're taking usually the Chinese. They're taking over all this, that because of who's you probably know this Chinese history. You watch a Chinese movie,
Oh yeah, but I can't vouch for the accuracy. Just
yeah,
saying, Andrew.
and yeah, this is all bull crap. This is all bull crap. Chinese is strongest. Chinese in a long time because Chinese is more strongest. You can't taking over this. It's so
Um,
weird.
yeah, I know, but at least I mean, I'm not saying they're a documentary, are they?
Huh? They're not accurate. It's just I know it's a comedy. I know there's a slapstick there, but yeah, it's just odd, weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if maybe, I'm sure there might have been some interaction. This, but I'm not a historian, so I
And
mean, if that's just
Yeah,
enough to take you out of the story, then well, your
and
mileage may vary.
and secondly, get ready for this. It might be it get offended. One of the guy, French guy who play Asian. Yes, whitewashing.
Okay. So,
Okay. It was I was like, what now bring that usually in Asian, it usually in like usually watch like Last Airbender and this one Last Airbender, that's whitewashing. Or was the or Ghost in the Shell live action, that's whitewashing. That that's old. And then the new one, and then a new one like they bring more Asian. They didn't bring more Asian actor in America. And now look, and now in the French movie, they bring it back to whitewashing.
okay, so this is why I can't complain about things about being woke, because then when it's the other way around, we don't complain about that. So you can complain one way or the other here.
how
It's
many
Yeah,
odd.
characters? Is just one actor? I just find it odd. That's all.
Only
And
one.
maybe things work different in France.
I don't
but yeah,
know.
I feel like we need to argue a bit more about the actual acting or plot. Like the last Airbender, yes, the whitewashing was bad, but the acting was just really terrible in itself. That if the acting was really good, I think people might oversee the fact they could do that. I mean, let's see. I mean, technically, the ancient one in Doctor Strange was whitewashed, technically because it was a white woman instead of an Asian stereotype, but she did such a good job, no one really cared. I think that's why it matters in that regard, yeah. I mean, I think some people did complain about the ancient one at first before it came out, right?
Mm. I'm pretty sure there would have been a few. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
how many though.
I think she's decent enough in the actual movie. They don't really focus too much on that. So I think the acting is more the biggest focus on that. But I guess
Yeah.
they're using like asterisk regardless. So, but I think it makes my point stand. Like if we're going to complain about Disney compared to other things, even their bad stuff is better than some of their worst stuff there. And complain about Marvel, like okay, let's complain about DC's worst stuff. Like so, Sham 2 did really badly. Like he actually did because Ant-Man 3 didn't make as much money, but it was actually considered a profitable range. While the Sham 2 outright lost money. A lot of money. Let me just check it. Let me just check the Sham 2's box office, actually.
You can share the
It's
screen.
really bomb. It's really bomb.
Yeah. Here's Wikipedia. Yeah.
You can share the screen, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
Right,
I know Wikipedia should not be the reliable thing, but it feels like a lot quicker just to do. And in terms of this, I'm just looking at the share screen. Oh, you disable that.
Oh, why? It's because it's a new one. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, look. So yeah, so Sham 2. I really like the first one. I haven't watched the second one yet as well. See, yeah, you need to at least to make double to have a chance of breaking even. This one only made 153 million. That's definitely bad compared to Ant-Man 3. Let's see, yeah, it's less than usual.
Ant-Man is like 400 million worldwide, or 470.
476 million. So yeah, I mean, you might this is without the marketing to take into account, so we don't know for sure. But compared to Shazam 2, this is actually pretty good. Because yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty
Yes,
bad for the box
and I
office.
said like Black Adam. Well, how does that do anyway? Because it's let's see.
Back
think he
Adam
made-
is like $300 million worldwide. You can click at the top right there. See?
Oh.
Right
Film, yeah. And that one was overly hyped, even more so. Oh, 300. Yeah, that'll be yeah.
Yeah, look at this one. Oh yeah,
Because I remember it might have worked well if The Rock didn't spend $50 million extra on reshoots that didn't just do for product placement. That's one other thing here. That's why I say we're gonna say that Marvel's dead. Like, I mean, James Gunn might do well because it said,
Can he
this
handle?
touchdown.
Can he handle the DC? That's the thing.
What's that? Do you ever watch Peacemaker?
Nope.
It's good.
No.
I enjoy Peacemaker. You know what Peacemaker's about?
Uh,
No. I
Do
never.
you ever
no.
watch the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn version?
I think there was a character.
It's
It's
from
spring.
Starro.
Yeah. I think it's rejigging my memory about that now.
Yes, in that one, yeah, one of the persons like that killed Rick Flag. Spoiler alert, by the way. He's the one main character in Peacemaker because that's Peacemaker, and yeah, it develops him as well. But then it's really dark humor as well. It's done really well though, but the sadness is a bit there. But say it has James Gunn's dark humor. He actually goes easy in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 compared to that. Like, yeah, he actually goes easy compared to how dark he can go. I mean, the Suicide Squad, you saw how dark it went. That was like, whoa, dark humor. But it actually fits the Suicide Squad compared to the first one, where like, are they really bad guys? Besides, yeah.
But
Well, some of them are actually legit bad guys, and some are less. So yeah.
I'm just thinking about the DC on the Flash. It has the guy from the old Batman one.
Yes, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but would that movie saved it or just another bomb?
Well,
We don't know
it's
yet.
been like 2 days, not enough to determine whether it's made enough money or not. So yeah,
Well,
that's what we don't know for sure. But yeah, there's wow. But yeah, oh sorry, I spoiled it for myself. But yeah, the joke is. I don't know about the joke ending.
the joke
Have you
ending.
spoiled the joke ending?
Isn't it the guy from the Suicide Squad?
No, that's not the joke ending. No, for the Flash movie.
No, I
I mean,
haven't
spoil
heard
it because Anita's angry about it, and some people love it. But yeah, you want me to tell you the joke ending?
it.
You ready? Want me to tell you, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of DC. Just tell me now.
Okay, basically, remember how Jesse was Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton? He ends up changing the timeline again, and now it's George Clooney Batman that is in this reality. It's from Batman and Robin, the bad one, the one that destroyed the film industry. Is now
the one with the Joel Schumer movie. Oh, okay.
Yes, the one with Mr. Freeze. Because Joe Schumer also had Phil Karma for Batman Forever. Yeah. Oh, box office projection. Just aim for 165 million. Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes gets 67%. So, but I don't know how much audience. That's the thing.
Well, look, we'll wait how it goes. But I said this is just now saying that. Not to mention the actor, the controversy of the actor. They're gonna change everything in the end, I guess. That's why
I'm just
James Gunn.
I'm just thinking about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, let's see. First DC movie that he's gonna do. What's the first DC movie he's gonna make? Okay, Superman Legacy will be the first movie he'll actually do. DC Universe character. So the first film that he's doing officially.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he technically did make the Suicide Squad, so yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, I watched it, but that was what I was talking about. That was a dark
Oh,
film as well.
yeah, it was. It's like this movie was similar to Kick-Ass.
Yes, but let's say it was probably more dark than that movie.
Yeah, so dark.
Yeah, what doesn't matter, and that's yeah. But yeah, that's why I'm saying Disney was like issues with it, but I don't think they're gonna die anytime soon. I mean, you saw like they have lots of lawyers and other stuff here. They will probably have to cut 5 employees eventually, but let's just see. Let's check anything Disney news recently anyway.
The Spider-Man Across the Universe, it's getting better now.
That's for Sony anyway. You can't
And Sony, but they kill Sony.
and also you can't say he made better. The first one was really good, so you can't really say. I mean, the Spider thing, we don't know how much they messed up. Spider-Man's mix. The Spider-Man 1, 2 were decent. Number 3 is your interference. Example-wise, Sony's a bit worse than Disney that way. That led to all the issues. Then the Amazing Spider-Man 1 was decent enough. But then Amazing Spider-Man 2 showed it didn't learn anything from that. Oh, Elemental. Oh yeah, no, big sub film. Let's check
Yeah,
that.
yeah, about Elemental. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna bomb because I heard it said it's gonna bomb.
Okay, critically or financially?
I think it's a fine. The critic was better now, but it's gonna get bombed soon. We don't know if it's gonna bomb or not.
Well, yes. Okay, 200 million. So depends really. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's made by the Good Dinosaur director. I have less
That's yeah,
faith in him
that
now.
that's good dinosaur. That's good. It's they're already bomb. They're already bomb, but believe I don't know it's gonna be bomb or something.
Well, let's see. It's only projected to make 40 million in the opening weekend. That's not actually. It's competing against the Flash as well, so that's not a good sign. But
Oh
then,
dear.
but critical wise, 75%, a positive, average 6.5. That's actually not too bad here. So we'll just have to wait. But yeah, I'd rather a critical success, but and box office failed than the other way around, to be honest. I mean, it's not good for the studios, obviously.
Fast and Furious, it started slowing down. Fast X is slowing down because yeah.
But the fact they even made up to 10 movies is still a miracle. And like, don't you, I was already tired of it by the 4th one, and I watched the 7th one because in respect for Paul Walker than anything.
Now it's getting like too ridiculous and ridiculous more.
Yes, we were talking about how what happened to the days when it was about street racing.
And now it turned to Marvel style.
No, they just talk about family so much. They made the memes that family's the solution to everything.
Family. Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, let's see. I haven't watched Luca yet, actually. Apparently telling
It,
Red is good, right?
it's all right. Not my favorite. Not my thing. Lightyear is all right, the movie. I don't know, but they change a bit.
Yes, that actually makes sense because and it's 90s and the movie feels like it was made in 2000 something. But I don't care too much about that. Let's let's talk about Street Fighter live action as well. Let's check
The
live.
1994, that with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep, yeah. Assassin's Fist was good as well. Insurrection. Oh yeah, I watched that. That was okay-ish.
I have not seen it, but
Yeah, it was just a Pro Street Fighter 5, but it got the characters wrong. But yeah,
yeah.
Street Fighter Legacy. Let's see. What's this one?
That's the action. That's the fan from. Yeah, that's the fan.
Okay.
I think it's from the internet.
And it was apparently a really bad Chung-Li movie.
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oh, I have not seen. To say it's very bad.
That's Chung-Li wrong.
No.
No.
Let's just Google it. Let's see.
I found it. Look. I found it. You got it. Look down here. I saw it.
Oh yeah, The Legend of Chung-Li. Yeah, that was 2009.
Yep.
Wow, it doesn't look anything like Chung-Li. Gee.
No.
No, it looked like a whitewashing again.
No, the actor for a lot of she was plays Lana in Smallville. She's
Yeah, I
half.
know.
Yeah, she's half.
Yeah, I forgot what. Let me just check.
It's bomb. What? You
I'm just
ready?
checking no, I'm just checking
Yeah, well, see, it bomb.
Let's see. So
Hmm.
Daniel Chi, I think that's
Oh,
definitely.
so Dutch
Her mom is
Chinese.
Chinese, yes, yeah. So yeah,
Mhm.
so she's not 10. Well, because I mean, I don't think it's whitewashing. It's pretty vague. We would argue that. But then she
Yeah,
was in Snow White. Oh wow, there's a Snow White movie in
it's a
2001.
television. That's a television show. That's a,
Okay, TV movie.
I
At
guess
least
TV
more ecstasies. Okay.
Euro trip or a sex comedy, like a American Pie style.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, right now in terms of film, I think the problem is the standards are actually higher. Anything that's somewhat okay is not considered bad. Instead of back then, somewhat okay was considered good enough to watch. Now we have too much to watch that we have to pick the best ones, right?
Yeah,
Because yeah, for me personally, that's why I have too much to watch list. That's why, yeah, I don't even want to watch UIP. So because I mean, not because I want to watch Yellow Jack. I haven't watched Succession yet. Everyone's talking about how good that is.
oh, you mean is that the director of Christopher Nolan?
No, Succession is a TV series about, I think, a Mia Empire. The person's died. They had to find Succession. They play Game of Thrones, but modern day Game of Thrones to try to win the title, basically. And no one that in this show is likable, but the show's interesting. Apparently, I haven't watched Yellow Jacket yet. Apparently, that's good.
Yellow
I,
Jacket.
yes, Yellow Jackets. Apparently, that's really popular as well. And I also kind of part want to watch it on Law and Order SVU because apparently Detective Stabler's back in that. But I'm like, I have to try to watch it from the beginning or when or that.
Oh,
That's
that's
why
been
I'm saying
going
that. I think
20 years, hasn't it?
what?
How long has that been going on? For 20 years?
More than 20 years.
Hmm.
Let's just check. Let's see. But the best one is Law and Order Elevated Inspections Unit.
Hmm.
It's 20 season 24.
Okay.
24 season.
I think
Yeah.
this is the final season, right?
No, I think it's the final season. Oh, wow, this is all organized crime now. Oh, you actually started 2 years ago. Okay.
There's actually Law and Order Sydney coming up too, actually.
What?
There's a Sydney version that's coming out.
Okay. Let's
There's
type.
also the Office Australian version.
Mm. What, there's an Aussie version?
Wait,
It
wait.
hasn't come out yet, but it's in development. Okay, that's right.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that worked, but I guess it's worth a try.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm not sure it work.
Leslie Ward will be the new boss, apparently.
Mm.
Leslie Ward. Okay. I can't see Leslie Ward anywhere there. Okay, just check any good pictures of this. Oh yeah, did you guys actually like the British one or the American version of The Office better? That's actually interesting.
Mm. They both got their perks. So it depends on my mood, I think.
Yeah, for me, I actually prefer a lovable idiot than someone that's really just evil for sake of being bad.
Mm.
Because that's the whole point, though. So I'm not gonna criticize that. My preference is that Michael Scott, like, I'd rather work for him any day because he actually cares, even though he's an idiot. While Ricky Gervais will probably backstab me, and he's
Mm.
terrible. But
Mm.
it was supposed to be a satire. Yeah. So let's check the Australian version. So it'll be, let's see, Ricky Gervais. Yep. So he's someone involved. Okay, this is the boss. Felicity Ward here. will be Hannah Howard.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I think
just-
she's a comedian.
Oh yeah, she is a comedian. Yeah. I should just make sure we check this. Oh, Google. She's a.
Okay.
She's
She's a
It's a
comedian.
Australian comedian, best known for yeah. Wow, how'd you? Oh, thank God you're here. She was in that. That was good.
Yeah,
Anyone?
Yeah, cool.
that takes me
Yeah.
back. This nostalgia.
Yeah, that show was basically depends who was in it, really.
Mm.
Put no
So
sound.
yeah, her date has been that for that.
It'll
Yeah,
be on Amazon.
yeah. Amazon Prime's doing a lot of Australia shows. Like they see resurrected neighbors. You know that.
Mm.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched The
so-
Boys season 3 yet. I just realized that as well. See, too much on my to watch list. I think that's why we're more picky out. And that's why I'm actually okay with the Rise Strike. This will give me time to catch up on some stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. It's gonna
But-
take it's gonna get longer because of Hollywood. It's gonna be more delayed. Like Marvel
Yeah, I
is
was
already
wondering, is it
delayed.
actually who's the actual people they strike?
Well, yeah,
again?
let's see if there's an update.
Writing
Like,
strike. What's going on today? Still
Okay.
going.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, it's not really against. Okay, so it's between this. This is not Hollywood. This is why I'm saying you gotta find something to blame, find the right name. So it's the AMPTP. I don't think that's the Hollywood thing. Okay, let's just try Hollywood here in case you want to see.
A and PP. What's that? What's that company?
They're the ones who are part of the union's rules and stuff. Let's see Hollywood. Who is supporting? Let's see. Well, yes, apparently a lot of famous actors and they're considered part of Hollywood are supporting them. So
Including Vin Diesel. Including Vin Diesel support them.
yeah, so you can't really let's see. What's this Hollywood Studios, that's right, strike. Okay, dear. So yeah, the Hollywood's actually so Hollywood's major studios themselves actually just more or less support them. So they signed a free contract tentative for one part of the union.
Couldn't it be like expire, like contracts expire, or could be it could be like
tentative anyway, because tentative means like it's just 3 years, and then because it said the strike is to make it official, like make it minimum wage. Studios change negotiation contracts all the time. They don't ever offer a lifetime contract. The person Fox was stood up to that with Charlie Sheen for anger management. They ordered 100 episodes right off the bat, and the show kind of flopped after the first season. So that's an example of why you don't make a contract that jump the boat to things. So 3 years is actually pretty long in for contract standards. So that's why they won't be too much. Yeah, but I said the point of the strike is to make that the minimum standard, obviously. Like that's why we have minimum wage, because some companies don't, even without minimum wage, still pay above minimum wage. But if it wasn't law, there'll be a lot of people who just pay a lot less.
I don't know what's going on. Hollywood is just this company, they need to do it now. They need to fix up now. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait for delay for like around 2 years or 1 year.
Let's check the first Rise Strike. How long did that go for? Let's see, what was it? 201. What was the last Rise Strike? Okay, let's see.
First,
2007. Wow, that was a long time ago. Okay, it lasted what? Okay, 5 months. So, because that's December. Oh, 4 months. That's not too long. Let's see. So, how long has this been so far? In 2003. So when did it start? It started around
May 2nd.
So it's not even been 3 months yet. So, but yeah, Backdated Affected Heroes Season 2, a bit of Supernatural Season 3, and Smallville Season 7. I remember because the one two episodes got cut was Supernatural. My Heroes got Season 2 was completely messed up here. Oh yeah. But yeah, look, if we gotta criticize some companies, we tend to need to be more specific, okay? Please don't just say Hollywood for the sake of saying Hollywood elites, especially now that turned out to be a dog whistle. Like you do know what a dog whistle is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that?
Too much gossip. I think it's like too much gossip, and you just follow them.
Okay, I'm just gonna just say you guys can believe me. Elites, dog whistle. Yes, it's actually implying it's an anti-Jewish thing when we say dog elites here. Yeah, the thing is, yes, when they do that, they actually do that. That's why, what's that? What was it? Kane or something? He actually said out loud what he meant, and then, yeah, a lot of people are angry of that right-wing person for admitting that what's what Hollywood elite means. So yeah, just be careful when we criticize something. We need to know exactly who they are, or the exact company at least. Because the point of dog whistling is when you say something racist, but you don't actually say the actual term of the person. You just call them elite to imply that.
Similar to the Pride when they're hating with the Pride stuff. You probably know this one.
Right stuff.
Pride, you mean the gay and lesbian one, the one that they started hating her. So we had
Yes, but they usually call them derogatory terms, and you actually know they're actually usually insulting them, but they usually change it. So yeah. But I'm saying let's just check out dog whistle terms. That's actually terms. Whistle terms. Yeah.
in a Polish
Yeah.
dog whistle, they control the language and put message again.
Yeah, so yes, yeah, in politics. Okay, I see. So they came from the usage. Okay, so Australia used John Howard. Oh yeah, calling people illegals. That's the vague way. You're not saying for refugees or yeah. Oh, mainstream media. You're pretty vague because mainstream media can mean anything, and ironically, half the people that complain about them are mainstream media. Because if something's popular, I mean it's like that. That's an example of that. Refugees, yeah. Let's see, Canada, what was it called here? Let's see. Yep, we call it all stock Canadians. Okay, that's weird.
Okay, that's very odd.
I don't know what it actually means. Let's just check, just Google what that means.
Odd stock Canada.
Okay, I think this is a stereotype thing, but okay, John Howard, because he worked. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. How you feel attack? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a lot of things. So migrations, yeah, calling immigrants is will actually be do that here. Dog whistles, yeah. United States sees a lot of that. So let's see.
Oh
State.
god. Oh wow. American got even more worse. How? Oh, the N word.
Yeah, but that's it's the void. That's how they changed it. So that yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
of N word.
Yeah, I think that started out. And then yeah, they realized it became it's a union yeah, or union busting. So just to talk about anyone here. Let's see. I mean, there's also just a lot of buzzwords in general, like political correctness. Like that is like, does anyone know what that actually means?
I know when something is too PC, but I'm not going to get into that argument. That's a whole another.
No, but what actually means in personal terms is because It pretty much means the political right way to say something, but the real issue with it, like in real terms in politics, is that you're actually insulting them, but you're doing a way that, well, it's the correct way to say that you won't get in trouble. That's why it's called political correctness in the actual politics terms. So instead of calling someone an idiot, you're implying they're less intelligent. Or instead of calling someone you're a fat moron, you call them obese. That's what political correctness actually means. You're still insulting them by implying they're obese, but it'll be less, you won't get in trouble compared to calling them a fat moron. That's an example of what it actually means in the thing. And work terms actually supposed to be a term for enlightenment, but now it becomes a derogative term. But what is considered work and the issue is like, well, that's actually another thing that you want to argue. What is actually considered work? It's too broad that you can argue anything is work. That's why you can argue that the Mario movie was work, because Princess Peach was fighting stuff, but like you can argue that with that Terminator 2 was work then.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be specific when you make terms here. But I feel right now, people need to not fall victim to buzzwords unless they actually know what it means. Even positive or negative buzzwords. Like to be spiritual and enlightenment, like we're on a spiritual journey. What is spiritual? Usually spiritual means be less materialistic, and a lot of people that say they're spiritual are pretty materialistic. They said about family and stuff. But as an example about we need to, in general, in film and stuff, we need to know what we're talking about. I hate when people use jargon, they don't know what they're talking about in general.
That is good advice. We do have 3 minutes left though, so we can sort of start wrapping it up.
Okay, well, I guess my conclusion is when you criticize something, and there are valid reasons to criticize those kind of things, try to be accurate, know what you're talking about in things before you criticize something. Try not to avoid doing mob mentality when it comes to criticizing something, because if you actually don't want to be a non-conformist or a hipster or something cool, the whole point of that is that you do it because you actually think that, not because other people in your circles think so. If you actually want to feel special, you have to actually be special and unique. So if you want to create something, try to be unique. Try to think of something no one has ever thought about yet. You haven't seen the media or anything. That will make you unique. Make a point of something that no one has actually made a point yet.
I agree with this one. Belima, I'd say we love to be positive. This one, we love to be positive, but you can't blame everyone. You can't blame everyone. This one, there's a way to chance to fix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's that's a good way to wrap it up. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. We've talked about a lot of things for this session. Let me know what your thoughts are. And we'll see you next. Yeah.
I think next week we should talk about nostalgia. When is nostalgia good for you or bad? Good or bad?
Okay, that's something to think about. We can talk about that next time. All right, cool.
That's good.
Yeah. I should prepare this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm ready for it.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye.